Andrew Yang versus the world.
This video slash audio is, well, it was requested by We Deserve Better. He wanted to know my take on Andrew Yang. What did I think about him, his policies, and things like that? I don't know how long this video is going to be. Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be short because I did go to Andrew Yang's site. I glossed over his policies, and honestly, I like them. When I heard him on the debate stage, I liked him. I didn't. He was my third. It was Bernie, Elizabeth, and then Yang. That's where that went. And I was like, he's not saying anything wrong. He's basically exposing the business, even in ways that Bernie Sanders seemed like he didn't want to do. And I'm thinking, where's the courage from Sanders? I mean, Sanders knows what's going on, but he's not going to say it up there. Is he trying to not piss off certain areas of the establishment? Andrew Yang is like, look, I'm here to be as much of an outcast as I can possibly be. I mean, it was almost like a bullhorn of, I want you to hate me. You already do. Now I need to give you the reason. And honestly, I like that. And every candidate has a turnoff. Like I said, there's no such thing as a perfect candidate. Okay? It's impossible. That's literally impossible to have the perfect candidate, because while some might say we need freedom from religion and yet to protect religious rights, that will at the same time piss everyone off. It'll piss off the atheists. It'll piss off the religious. The atheists will be quickly to be like, oh, okay, wait, I heard what he was saying. And some will be like, no, I'm militant and this is the way it is. Screw the religious. That's what happens. We're not perfect. We raise imperfect people. And people just want to be imperfect anyway. You know, and to be perfect, I don't know what that would look like. I don't know what that would sound like, but that's why I say it's impossible. Not because I don't know, it's because literally, can you tell me? Andrew Yang's policies, he wants better gun reform. He wants healthcare, Medicare, everything for all. He wants universal healthcare. He wants the guns off the streets, the military grade guns off the streets. Now here's one thing, while he does want to get rid of corrupt political campaign funds and things like that, this is where I am at this weird, he's above Warren and he is encroaching on Bernie Sanders, but there's this thing that puts him further back than Sanders. This is what it bugs me. But what it is his approach to a lot of things is financial, kind of a balance. Neither candidate, I want y'all to understand, not one candidate is saying what I definitely would say. And honestly, that's also a scary part. I would say, what we want them to say. They can say what they want to say. That's the thing. But are they saying what you want to hear? Are they saying what they believe? Are they saying what they would like to do? Are they just saying their policy? Or are they saying what, by all means, no matter how you or anyone else feel about it, these things must happen at all costs, and I will fight tooth and nail to get it done? What are they really saying? That's the scary part. But Andrew Yang wants to give, like $1,000 or whatnot for things here and there. He wants to give these credits. He wants to do this and that. And you know what? I'm being blanketed because I hate diving super deep. Because if I dive deep, then I'm gonna be a part of the ocean with everyone else, and then I'm gonna end up trying to protect that ocean. I ain't trying to protect that ocean. I ain't trying to. It's nasty and murky down there. I want to stay on the top where it looks all nice and clean. And I can look down and say, oh, that's not a place I want to be. That's me. But I don't like that. Why don't candidates simply say we are going to reverse the inflation? Why don't candidates say we're going to limit, all right, how much money someone can make? Now, granted, Elizabeth Warren did put that in motion. Bernie Sanders went above it, but not as far as I would have gone. Not nearly as far as I would have gone. You know, there wouldn't be a progressive tax or a progressive anything on it. It would be flat out, once you make $5 million, that is your annual $5 million versus how much it takes to run a business and profit. Okay. And I'm talking about, these are profit $5 million, not that you earn it and then your business, everything is like $4 million for all the taxes, paying your employees, new goods, products, insurances, and all that. No. I'm talking about you profit. That means you done paid all that stuff off and you're making you $5 million. Past $5 million, I'm like, that goes to the state. It goes to half of what you did goes to the state and the other half goes to federal. And then at the end of the year, that what is not necessarily needed or used, that gets divided among the people. I mean, I would reverse things, because if you can't live, okay, let's just say today or the next 10 years, okay, if you cannot live on $5 million, you don't deserve the money you got. You really don't. And if all your money is going to pay off other corporations and whatnot, you don't need to be a corporation. You know, when it comes to that, you need to be an island, not a merger. You know, no monopolies. Andrew Yang doesn't necessarily seem to be against monopolies. Not necessarily. And I could be wrong. I could have read it wrong. And, you know, I mean, interpretation is a thing. And it sucks. I don't read everything properly. Even though I might read it 4 or 5 times, I might not see it properly. That's just a character flaw of me. I do the best that I can with what I got. And I fight myself quite often trying to get the best information solidified, not I think this, therefore, or it seems, or we think, or it's alleged. I don't want that. You know, I want better than that. And Andrew Yang, he hits everything that I like except that. I'd rather, instead of an extra $1,000 to everybody to do things, and that would definitely boost the economy. It wouldn't boost the economy. It would put the economy back on a tiny piece of the track that it derailed from. I would like it if somebody just reversed all of this corruption. You know, reverse it. These are grown adults that we are talking about. I'm talking about Andrew Yang. I'm not talking about Sanders. I'm talking about Warren. I'm talking about all the corporations, all these other politicians and whatnot. These are grown adults. They have experience. Therefore, acting the way they do, running for the policies that they run for, when they're bad, when they're against the people, that's their choice. And if their choice is based on someone else's bullying or whatnot, that's not good. You shouldn't have to persuade a politician or anyone to not hate someone they don't know. You shouldn't have to persuade a politician of any means to not take money so that corporations can't shoot farm animal waste into others' property. You shouldn't have to persuade a politician to denounce artificial sweeteners and whatnot that's been linked to cancer and mental illness. You shouldn't have to persuade anyone to be regulated and do the proper filters and everything to make sure that there is no lead in people's water or anything else. You see what I'm saying? We need people that's going to not just simply fight for the little guy. We need someone that is outright going to do for everyone and make them safe, secure, and able to do the things that every human being should be able to do freely without a thought or care. No one should be thinking about their water being tainted. No one should be thinking about they're going to get shot going down the street by the cops. No one even, I don't know if you noticed, no one fears gangs anymore. They fear cops. We need a politician that's not going to be a politician. Rework the word. Politicians are no more than just friendly terrorists. We need a person that gets in and say, I'm not going to hold anything hostage to get my bill across. This is non-negotiable. This is the bill. It's positive. It's for the people. It's for this. It's for regulating such and such, whatever it is. And they say, that's it. I'm not going to say, I'm going to take this out and put your whatever in just to get it passed. No, non-negotiable. If you can't do it in decency, then we need to get you replaced. It's that simple. And you ask where you're going to pay for it all. You take it from the military-industrial complex. You tax the living hell out of these multimillionaires, these multi-billionaires, and soon trillionaires. Tax them. And I mean brutally tax them. They have taken enough from us. Andrew Yang is on that point. He's in a sense to the right of Bernie Sanders, but maybe, I don't know, 4 inches, 4 inches, you know, and in certain areas, he's about 8 inches to the left of Bernie Sanders. You know, I just wish they would be where I am, which is like really far to the left, because the political compass that you might take online is not a true political compass. It's a centrist compass, and that ain't good. I'm to the far left, all right? I want a lot of good, positive things for people, and I want them to be safe. I want them to be happy with this one life that they live, and I would definitely decriminalize, all right? If I was able to run for office, and I would definitely decriminalize all drugs. I would definitely decriminalize prostitution. I would decriminalize, old rules, like a woman should not be on top. I would decriminalize all these stupid things. I would jail corrupt judges, any judge putting their belief into their judgments. They would have to go to prison or be removed. They would. Strong violation, any violation of the Constitution has got to go. They got to go. It's that simple. I'm liking Andrew Yang. I like his policies. And honestly, on so many things, it's hard to say where he is. Right now, I would really like him to be vice president. So in my mind, it's Sanders, Yang, Warren. Because Warren to me is the new Hillary. And I don't want to risk that. Also, to bring this up, the media, ever since the Yang gang got started, they use that to demonize them. And that's wrong. You cannot demonize one person on what their fans say and do. You can only demonize that person on the things that they say and do. I mean, that's rational. I mean, literally, that's just rational. I can't say, the Yang gang, they said this, they did this, so Andrew Yang suck. Honestly, I think a full-on idiot would think like that. So, keep things in mind, everybody. And to you, we deserve better. I really hope this answers some questions, and if not, I apologize. If you want anything answered specifically, hey, put a list down there below, and I will definitely try to knock those out. I definitely will. This took some days. I had to do some thinking. I did some research. I glossed over it probably 8 or 9 times, reading more and more, and I'm kind of like, well, I like this guy. I like him on the debate stage, and I like him here, which I said in the beginning. I just wish the media would get off their haunches and stop being cowards and just cover people properly. Because if so, I guarantee Andrew Yang would be way over Elizabeth Warren and probably on par with Bernie Sanders. I really do. This has been Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.